Welcome, welcome, welcome to the turntable with Ari Styles, D Money, and Shiki on Active FM, where radio has never been better.
Yes, this is Aristas. This is the turntable where we keep you learned and get you turned.
And I'm D Money, and we'll be bringing you the facts and playing you the tracks. So today we got another great show coming up. You can see the guy already next to me smiling
I'm
to
smiling,
himself.
I'm very happy.
Alright, so let's get into it. So today we're going to be discussing Ari's idol, Ari's hero, Ari's rap god,
And
The
his
one in-
imaginary father.
his imaginary friend,
His imaginary friend.
the real Slum Shady,
Right.
Eminem,
Okay.
Marshall Bruce Mathers
So
III.
if this is the
Okay.
Eminem show, it should do well because that album was a diamond album.
It's over 4 times.
Okay.
Correction. Yeah, so we're talking about Marshall Bruce Mathers III, Eminem, other people know himself Slim Shady, the rap gods. What else? There's a song called Rain Man. Do I need to mention more names?
Catchman and Robin from Catman.
Getman and there's Getman and Robin for 50 Cent and yeah. Okay, but speaking
1/6 of D12.
1/6 of
Bad meets
no,
evil.
no,
One.
2/12 of D12 because remember
That's why I
D12,
said 1/6 because there's
Okay.
6 members of D12.
but they 2 monikers.
12
Yeah,
personalities.
12 personalities.
So
1/6.
1/6 and 2/12 is the same thing.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's like saying 1/2 or 2
Yeah,
over
okay,
4.
okay, sorry, Mr. Maths
I know
teacher.
you're bad with words, but I didn't know you bad at maths also.
I went past the school. I never passed the school, right? Okay, so we're speaking about Eminem. Eminem born October 17th, 1972. So he just turned 50.
Hence the Eminem show.
Yeah. So he's basically broke the barrier for white rappers.
Okay, before you go there, you just said he turned 50, right?
Yeah.
Hip hop was usually regarded as a youth culture,
Yeah.
a youth driven culture.
Yes,
Did
yes.
you ever see it go into a space where you got so many artists approaching 50, so many over 50 that are still relevant, that are still moving, that are still putting music out, that are still selling shows? Where once upon a time you never saw it. You saw that the 80s artists and things die out after 3-4
Yeah.
years. Like now it's gone into like a rock space where you got artists performing till their 70s and 80s. You
Yeah.
ever saw it getting like this?
No, and to add to your words, right?
Mhm.
In 2022
Mm-hmm.
itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking at top 10, the top 10 hip hop artists that's you know that's doing well in this year,
Mm-hmm.
Eminem is in the top 10. It is
Yeah, but it's not
Being-
only him. There's a lot of artists either approaching 50 or over 50 that's still successful.
No,
Every
but
time
I'm-
Jade drops anything,
yeah.
it goes crazy. Now it's got King's Disease
Yeah.
3 coming.
but what,
the
but,
locks.
what I'm saying
You
now
don't got top
currently-
10 streamed artists.
now,
yeah.
top 10 stream artists now. I think now in this week there's a story about Mockingbird. Getting
My
getting
point
numbers
was just the
streaming.
growth of the culture. You
Yeah.
somehow brought it back. But anyway, do you
I
think?
always find a way. Yeah. So Eminem, born October 17th, 1972. He's basically started in 1988, right? In the 80s, we found out the love of hip hop. Late 70s, 80s, love of hip hop through his uncle Ronnie.
Ron killed himself if you know the
Yeah. Yeah, so we he's from Detroit, Michigan. He's part member of he's part of the 12, also a member of Bad Meets Evil with Royce the 5'9".
He was heavily involved with the Outsiders.
Yeah. So yeah, basically his career started in the 80s. In 96, 97. Yeah,
The
96,
Infinite comes out.
Infinite comes out. He sounds a
Independent
bit.
album.
Yeah, he sounds about sounds like a bit
Too
like,
much like Nas and
too much
AZ.
like Nas and AZ. Then him and his him and a group goes basically they now the Dow D12 gets formed. They busy now deciding on a moniker. Eminem, and then they the
Slim
end is
Shady.
Slim Shady. How he found a Slim Shady appears busy. You went to toilet and just thought about Slim Shady.
That's where everyone's best ideas come from. You got to admit it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how That's how he started. He was heavily influenced by Proof to do freestyling. He went into this was this there was a competition,
The Rap Olympics.
Rap Olympics, yes, yeah. And that's basically where in the Rap Olympics, one of I think that's Jamia Vin's family.
I don't know.
One
the
of the
exact
what's it called?
story. I don't study
Yeah.
Eminem like that. Are.
So yeah, one of his what's it? So someone in
Got the
in the
demo.
scope
Yeah.
took a cassette from Eminem, gave it to Jamia Vin. It was in Jamia Vin's garage. Jamia Vin and Dr. Dre has a meeting. Jamia Vin gives the cassette through to Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre listens to it, invites him in, thinking he's uh, a a black rapper.
Yeah. So white
Um,
artists want respect.
yeah.
at that time.
When he came
Well,
in, he was
apart
surprised.
from like third base.
Yeah, when he was surprised with Eminem. So they were in the studio. But Dr. Dre was busy with a beat for "My Name Is."
Mhm.
Eminem just started freestyling about, "Hi, my name is," and then that's how the song "My Name Is" came into existence. And then Slim Shady EP gets released. The Slim Shady LP gets released in 97, 98, 99. And that's how Eminem.
Well, everyone knows what happens there after he
After.
somewhat becomes the biggest
Yeah.
artist in the world.
Yeah, he releases the Slim Shady LP in like I said 99. In 2000, the Samra-Mathers LP gets released, and that even elevates him further. But then in 2002, he comes up with the Eminem Show, which was his most successful album.
Well, Marshall's
Period
Metal
time.
LP already was
Yeah,
diamond.
but it was already. But then
And that
Eminem
one he
Show-
did like 22 million or
Yeah.
something on that one. Yeah.
and then if you hear, and then in 2004 it does Encore, and you hear in Encore, I think they in one of the songs he says you'll never top the record that he sold. He was phrasing it to the Eminem Show. In 2000, also in 2002, they do a semi-autobiopic, semi-biopic of his life called 8 Mile. We spoke about it when we spoke about hip hop movies
2 weeks ago,
2 weeks ago. Yeah. He is the first artist to get an Academy Award
Mm-hmm.
and a Grammy.
Mm-hmm. And now he has an Emmy as well.
And now he has Emmy as well. Well done.
So
Eminem.
he's emo. Emmy.
Grammy.
Okay.
Yeah, wait, what was it?
I was lost there. No, he doesn't have. He got the Grammy. Yeah, he got Grammys. He got Emmy.
Mhm.
He got the Academy. No Oscar. Oh, he got the Oscar.
No,
Yeah, that's Academy.
Okay, I figured it out.
Oscar's Academy, so yeah, I just use the word Academy.
Yeah.
It's Oscar, yeah, basically. He had cameo appearances in films like The Wash. You watched The Wash?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
Forgot to speak about it that time. In Funny People as well.
He
Adam
plays
Sandler.
himself. Yeah.
Adam Sandler. And there's in 2014, The Interview. And he was in the television series in 2010, The Entourage. Well done for following it up.
Because I knew you were gonna get it. Sometimes I
Right.
just got to push you along.
So yeah, then he get a record label called, he got a record label called Shady Records, right? And that's when in 2002 he finds out about 50 Cent, signs 50 Cent to Shady Records with a part deal with Dr. Dre's Aftermath, Shady Aftermath, 50 Cent, and then you all know what happened to 50 Cent. Yeah.
Realistically speaking, I think I've said this before on the show. Recently, his legacy's been attacked a lot. Because either of subpar music being put out or things that he says or he does, but people are looking at his legacy. I think it might be affecting it negatively in the long run, how people are going to look at him. Just based on ever since that album Revival came.
Yeah.
But people overlook his influence, his impact, and especially what he's done for the culture as a whole. I've definitely said this before. Without Eminem, hip hop doesn't grow as big as it is and as fast as it does.
Yeah.
Just because of the sheer audience, because he's white, partly to do with it, because
Yeah.
he's a poor white person, that was a big majority of the country, of America basically. he brought in a wider spread audience with the content that he brought in. It allows the culture to grow faster and bigger. So once they come in and they listen to him, maybe they go out and they listen to
others, yeah.
It helps it grow and it becomes what it is. Also, the fact of bringing 50 Cent in, of bringing D12 in, of bringing Obi Trice in, Cassius, and then the extension by their G Unit, signing Slaughterhouse, Griselda. I think a lot of these things get overlooked now that his legacy somewhat gets attacked based on the fact that his music is not doing what it used to do. Now, granted, he's still gonna sell more than everyone else. It's just not gonna put up the numbers he used to, because no one's putting up those type of numbers. And people, obviously, different fans want different things from him. Some want Slim Shady, some want Samra-Mathers, some say. So it's. I just feel like recently there's been a lot of disrespect directed in his way, and some people forget what and how he's done it. And whether you like him or not, you cannot disregard the fact that he is one of the nicest MCs to ever touch a mic. If someone tells me he's the best, whether I agree or not is irrelevant. That argument can be made.
Yeah, most definitely it can be made. As you say, as you were saying, yes, he played a big role in hip hop, growing hip hop. When you spoke about him being a white rapper, because he came from a poor background.
He appealed to an audience that it wasn't being so. Everybody likes inclusion and to feel relatability to an extent, right? So when there's something there that you excluded from, you can't relate to it, you can't understand it, you're not going to be a part of it. Now, when someone comes in and there's a form of representation, that someone that represents you, you're going to be more interested in it. Hence, that audience came across into it.
Yeah, because people expected him to be like the Vanilla Ices, and of that way Vanilla Ice took the moniker of MCM. Eminem came. When he came, he didn't come as a white guy trying to be hip hop. He came in as himself.
So the age-old saying was, he's nice for a white guy, or he's nice for a Latino guy. For him, he was nice and he just happened to be white. Yeah, that was where the difference.
I think in the interview with Snoop made a statement where he said, they will give away to black celebrities and they'll take Eminem as a black celebrity.
I think you wanted to trade Kanye and Stacey Dash.
No, it was Stacey Dash and somebody else, not Kanye. It was Stacey Dash and somebody else. Yeah. So he's and if you look at it now, if artists, what they're doing is, like you're saying, disrespecting him by.
I'm not sure if it's just artists, it's media outlets, it's social. Social media is not real life, so that doesn't really matter. But there has been a lot of attack on him, and him being mentioned in a disrespectful light in terms of people forget how big and how important his legacy is.
But it also goes back onto like what we were like a while ago, what we were discussing. If you want to make a name for you in hip hop, you attack the top of the top. So a lot of artists have done it, starting with one of the artists that he signed, which is 50 Cent as well.
No, 50 Cent never attack Eminem.
No,
not Eminem, attack other artists, like big artists.
No, agreed, but I'm not even just referring to the artist as a whole, because if an artist come out and take a shot, that's fine. You're supposed to do that.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying, generally, the general public, the media, people, it's just been a lack of acceptance of what he has done and what he has contributed.
But I think if you listen from his birthday till now people are saying, hey.
Well, you're always gonna have more people. See, when someone is that big, you have a huge fan base and a lot of people that love you. But you also have the same amount of people that dislike you.
So when people speak about Eminem now or hip hop, like when some people transcends. So I think him and Jay.
You see, that used to be a common term once upon a time when you say you've transcended hip hop, because hip hop was a smaller genre. So when you say you've transcended hip hop, you've become bigger than hip hop. You in a pop space, you in a business space, you in a movie space, you've moved bigger than what the culture what really is. But we're at the point now, and we have been for a long time, where it is the biggest genre in the world and one of the most influential cultures in the world. So maybe transcending hip hop is not even such a great feat, because being within it still is being huge, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not as small as it used to be when that statement used to be made.
So
but he's a pop icon.
He's
icon.
Just icon.
I don't know why people get offended when you say pop. Pop doesn't mean a genre of music. Pop is short for popular.
But
So don't be a pop, which is not short
Okay.
for popular.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So, as you were speaking, you were saying he was when he came, he influenced a lot of people that didn't really relate. They didn't.
He
wasn't-
brought in the audience
was
because
an
there
audience.
was representation for
Yeah.
him.
So, a short story. This is how I.
Are you
Can
got
you
a
be
short
pop-
story to tell
Yeah, I
us?
got a short story to tell.
I feel like I'm back in school.
Okay, I got the short story to tell, right? So
Alright.
basically, my journey in hip hop actually started with the Eminem, with the Samra-Mathers LP.
Was that the time when your hair was blonde?
I actually did it. You see now, you're cutting my short story, right?
Tell
So
your short
yeah, so in any event, how it happened is, I was on holiday. It was already school holidays. My house, by my cousin's house, right? That time it was still it was a cassette. We had a cassette and a CD. So I did, my cousin had a cassette, and we
I was
played
even
it,
around while there was LPs playing.
and we played it. He played it continuously, and I think that's how I started falling in love with hip hop. Listen to Eminem, then
Just to put that in context, that is what radio programming is.
Mm.
How you end up liking a song that you might not ever have liked,
Yeah.
but because it gets played over
over and over again. Yeah,
you get into it.
yeah. So I got into it, and I got into hip hop, and then after that, everything was over. Then I dyed my hair blonde because I wanted to be Eminem. Yeah, I did.
You know, they say some stories you mustn't tell.
No, I tell.
You can tell that story, but stop it after that's how you fell in love with it. The fact that you said you dyed your hair blonde and want to be Eminem, maybe that story should stop at the before the dyeing hair blonde part.
No, it doesn't matter.
He almost dyed his hair blonde last night just for the show.
Yeah, almost. I wanted to, but I just thought about it. I said
You should have.
no.
Come on, Stan.
No, Eminem is black now, so I can't. I thought of leaving my hair, but I said no, I can't.
Beard is weird.
Okay, machine wash Kelly. Yeah. So, but like I say, Eminem's status in hip hop is solidified.
Yeah, I think when it's all said and done, those people that felt it way or said their things will obviously retract what they say.
Yeah. Yeah, and recently he's going to be inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
He was already, isn't it?
No, he does, yeah.
Oh,
2022.
no. He inducted some.
He inducted
Run DMC.
Run DMC, yeah. Yeah, and I think he spoke about Dr. Dre, and in 50 Cent Star he spoke about yeah.
Any whoozle.
Anyway, that was Samra-Mathers. Eminem, the real Slim Shady. Will you please stand up?
Stand up for it.
I'm the real Slim Shady. I would stand up.
Okay, Matthew, are you
My
excited
name
now?
is Matthew.
Stanley.
He's Stan's little brother, Matthew.
No, I'm not. By the way,
He's driving around in the Uber these days.
If you ever
listen, your Diddy Dirty Money.
nonsense game.
Listen, your Diddy Dirty
money.
Money.
Of his references.
You know who's Diddy Dirty Money? Yeah, here's the right here.
Okay, so today our focus artist of the week is somebody that's called No Big Deal.
No big deal, yeah. Or no big deal. I also say no big deal. no
Oh,
big deal.
you got a problem with the name of the pronunciation
No,
of the
yeah,
essay, huh?
I took it as no big deal. Then I said no big. Then I saw his name. Then I
Let me see
said.
the spelling.
Then I saw his name. Is no.
That could be no big dial even.
Yeah,
That's no big deal, man.
Yeah,
It's no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal, no big deal, no big dial, because I think it could be no big dial.
No, it's probably no big deal. People try and be fancy with their spelling.
Yeah. So his name.
Yeah. Okay. So he's a Christian rapper with a distinctive flow that's laid back. No Big Deal got his big break when his boss fired him for being better at his side.
But you said he
line
got a
gig.
big break. Did he get a big deal? Like an actual deal? Because his
Yeah.
name is no big deal. So I'm assuming he's an independent artist because he got no big deal.
Yeah. So he got basically he had a side gig which was his rapper. He was a managing artist we did a while ago, Derek Minor. He was his road manager, and
So also Minor was never on a major label because he's minor.
he's in the major.
No,
league.
but Derek, the word
Just saying their
the word
names.
minor got to do with musical keys. You get B minor, C minor,
Thank
C
you.
major, D
Falsettos.
major, D
So
major.
the way I sing
Yeah.
in falsetto.
Yeah. Okay. Just
Continue.
Okay, so his the name actually comes from his name is
Dylan Phillips.
Dylan Phillips.
Yeah.
So that's where No Big Dylan comes
Ah.
That's why I
get
said
you.
no big. That's why I said no big doll, because of
from. Dylan is
Dylan
quite
Phillips.
big.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Fat man. I hope he listens to the show and hears me say that.
Okay, so with him, like he discovered hip hop, becoming a fan of the notorious B.I.G. and Onyx, and started writing his own raps. From the like into his teens, that's when he got into performing at like studio productions, and that's when he actually, once he was done with that, he started majoring in hip hop, and he started road managing. I was like I was saying, Derek Minor, and then he was doing his own raps on the side. So that's when his road manager actually fired him. To It's similar to the Puffy story.
Yeah,
And
fire you, go be you.
Yeah, and that's when he started, like, went serious into his rapping and
The
stuff.
fact that he said he was influenced by Onyx is a surprise. Like, even though Onyx was great and they sold records, but it was
NBIG.
more of an underground selling. You don't hear much people say they were influenced by Onyx. But
Yeah,
Onyx was.
he's influenced by us, also influenced by B.I.G. most.
Yeah, but a lot of people say they were influenced by B.I.G., especially if you're fat, you'll just say B.I.G. my favorite.
No, but he's not fat.
But I'm just saying.
Harry Styles, calm down.
But you don't hear Onyx that often. That's all I'm saying.
Shut him down. Shut him down.
People should go listen to Onyx. They were brilliant. Very aggressive also.
Alright. That was no big deal.
It's either no big deal, no big deal, or no big dial. Don't kill us. We're not sure.
Yeah, we're not 100%.
So let's get into.
Familiar.
As you can hear, we don't come in here very prepared. Carry on.
Alright. So we're back at it. Time to give Stanley a moment.
Stan.
Oh, you wrote down your
Stanley.
stuff.
Some of it, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, Stan, get into it.
This is this past week in hip hop history. Okay, October 8, 1968, CL Smooth was born. October 2001, T.I.'s debut album I'm Serious was released. October 1989.
Wait. Was it
2001,
the-
that's before.
the one that flopped?
Yeah, it's the first one.
Because he had one that flopped and then he came back around and then.
Yeah, he came back around in 2003.
What?
I can't remember which
Okay,
album.
cool. But either way, unless there was a second one, I can't remember.
The second one is the one where
T.I. becomes T.I. Yeah.
October 1989, Buzz Markie's second album, The Buzz Never Sleeps, is released. October 95, AZ album Do or Die, released. October 19.
And recently, I think he's released a second version to that, Do or Die 2. I think it just came out recently. Or if it's not yet out, I'm not sure. I should actually go look for it.
Okay. October 1998, KRS-One's second solo album, KRS-One. That's the
But it's
album
his second solo album. He confuses us by naming it KRS-One.
11th October 1970, MC Light was born. October 1993, Leaders of the New School, second album TIME, which stands for the what is
Can't read your own handwriting.
the inner mind's eye. Sorry, the inner mind's eye.
Just for reference, Leaders of the New School is the group
Yeah.
that Busta Rhymes comes from.
Yeah. October 2004, Mos Def's second album, The New Danger, is released. October 99, Mos Def's debut album, Black on Both Sides, is released. October 92,
What's he talking about? Because not everything is black on both sides. If you've seen someone's hair, it's black on the outside, you turn it around, it's white on the inside.
not too sure. I didn't
So
really
what
go
is
through-
black on both sides? What
Huh?
is he referring to? What is
I
black
don't know
on both sides?
what.
I don't know, I'm asking.
you.
I don't know. I'm
You.
just asking.
He's acting most deaf now.
Yeah, so October 92, Nas releases his debut single, Halftime. Right? That's when.
That's way before Illmatic.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's when he comes in, is it?
No,
Like
Live at the Barbecue is where he
Yeah.
comes in before that. Where he
Before
says
that
it-
single.
Yeah, it's Live at the Barbecue is the first time you ever hear Nas.
And Shiki, when is your album dropping? Live at the Braai?
Okay, October 97, LL Cool J's seventh album, Phenomenon, is released. October 94, Death Row releases the soundtrack Murder Was the Case.
And the case was?
And that's where Snoop gets introduced for the first time.
No. In 94? Not of
Oh, no. I'm thinking about
the deep cover.
the deep cover
With-
soundtrack.
yeah. No, this is the Murder Was the Case soundtrack.
Yeah, sorry.
Right,
about
Death
that.
Row, yeah. So, October 20th, 1971, Snoop Dogg was born.
So D.O.G.
The D.O.G. we all know Eminem was born 17 October 1972. October 1997, the firm releases their first and only album. Right, so the group members were AZ, Foxy Brown, Nas, and Nature. Right,
And prior to that, it was Comega.
yeah.
not
Nature took his place. Pharaoh Monch released his debut solo album Internal Affairs October 99. MF Doom released his debut solo album Operation Doomsday in October 99
Has
as
anyone
well.
ever asked what the MF stands for? Because I know what I think it stands for.
Me also, I can't say.
Yeah, that's what I just say. Y'all can figure it out.
Eazy-E releases his EP It's On, in brackets Dr. Dre 187 Killer in October 93. Ghostface Killer releases his debut solo album
Iron Man.
in October 96, and that's not Marvel, right?
It was based on it because that's why he's called himself Tony Stark.
Is
This
it?
was before Marvel. Yeah, his whole persona was Tony Stark. It's the comic book Tony Stark. Marvel
Yeah.
never existed back then.
Yeah.
And that's why the album is called Iron Man. It's based on that.
It's based on,
Well, it's not a concept album. He just called himself Tony Stark.
Oh, okay, it's alias is Tony
Your
Stark.
news needs to be a little more accurate there, Arista.
Sorry, man, I'm just trying.
I'm a Wu-Tang fan, right? I
yeah.
know this stuff.
Bun B releases his solo album Thrill in October 2005.
Granted, Bambi had been a solo album because his partner had died at that time.
Yeah. Digable Planets released their second studio album Blowout Comb. Ludacris released his sophomore album. Sophomore, sorry.
Which means the second.
Yeah. Back for the first time in October 2000. Right? Digital Underground releases their second album, Sons of the P, in October 1991. And that was it for this past week in hip hop history.
Thank you, Mr. Styles.
Mr. Stand.
Mr. Stan, sorry about it. Stan.
Stay in the man. You always got a plan because he's gonna do what he can.
Did you just freestyle that or you wrote that
No,
when
I
you
never.
were younger?
No, I thought about it now.
You wrote that when you
No.
after you were Eminem.
No. I never write it. I thought about it.
You
now.
just got a pen and a paper and you went crazy.
Without, I
You even
just-
tore the paper while
I
you
thought
were
about
writing.
it. I thought about it now, and I'm like, oh wow.
Stop freestyling. That's not a Funk Flex show.
Sorry.
Eminem is inspiring you.
Yeah,
know?
I'm very inspired. Yeah.
That's why you
It
got the
lit my
paper out.
fire.
You were writing rhymes.
Alright, guys, so that was the show today. I'm gonna leave you with the verse, which comes from Psalms 23, verse 3. He refreshes my soul, he guides me along the right path for his name's sake.
Alright. That was the turntable with Ari Styles, D Money, and Shiki on Active FM, where radio has never been better.
Yes, this is Ari Styles, and we are the turntable where we keep you learned and get you turned.